So this is all the result
Yes.
of the moisture, yeah?
Yeah, the humidity, the salt that comes up with the bricks, because the bricks gets the water. The stone can resist to it, but the bricks takes the water down, and they are all down. Here with the places of the offices, and this is my ancestor Alvise da Mosto. He discovered the Cape Verde Islands when he was 22 years old.
Oh yeah, slacker.
I'm 50 years more than 50, and I'm going around the lagoon with a motorboat.
And he discovered the Cape Verde
A different
Islands.
point of view of the world.
Incredible, incredible.
Come into my studio.
Okay.
Sorry for the mess.
Oh no.
But this is a big. I try always to put the things in order, but it's quite difficult.
I'm sure you know where everything is.
Yeah, it's a little confused, but.
No, it's a sign of a curious mind. I love
A
this.
big mess in my mind.
We're back at Francesco's Palazzo to meet his wife Jane, a London native turned Venetian activist. Together they try to get the world to see Venice as a canary in a global coal mine.
The Mosa is a very expensive thing that is not curing the lagoon. It's just a very expensive painkiller.
A Band-Aid.
Exactly. The sea is eating the lagoon, and the Mosa is not stopping that.
They can't close it as much as they like because the life of Venice and the life of the lagoon depends on the exchange between the sea and the lagoon. It depends on the tides. The whole system is based on the regular tidal exchanges.
Believe it or not, there is no sewage system in Venice. Most waste is treated in septic tanks, but eventually goes right into the lagoon. Pesticides run down from mainland farms, so shut the gates every day, and all of this would be a giant, nasty sewer. To show me what else is at risk, we motor past the color-coded island of Burano.
The idea was because when they were coming home, the fishermen could recognize their house from far away, even in the fog, so they could understand where they were.
They moved the glass blowers out here for fear that they might accidentally burn down Venice. Other islands held lepers or nunneries, and well off the tourist map is the place where it all began.
And now we are going to in another world, like in Apocalypse Now, lost in the river, lost in the nothing. Be careful, it's slippery here.
Okay.
This is our world.
This is great.
I built you built the walls, but it fall down with the storm. So I use all the wood, all the old wood, and I restored it with my hands. It's just a wooden thing with a lot of windows, a lot of fireplaces because it's cold inside. Yeah, it's more cold than outside.
See, this is the thing. When I think of Venice, you don't picture a cabin like this, but this is how it started, right?
How it started like that, yeah, just wood.
Yes, the first Venetians lived in huts like this, on little islands, just like this.
And here is the nothing, you see.
The island is tiny.
Yeah, it's tiny, it's 13 meters.
They realized early on that the survival of their community depended on the health of the lagoon.
But there was a period in which the lagoon, there was less water. It was the opposite now. It was difficult to navigate inside because there was too much land. Now we are in the opposite way, that the sea is eating the lagoon. So it's always to stay in the middle, but you have to be careful to stay in an equilibrium.
Right.
Like when we like to drink, we have to drink in balance, not too much.
Oh, what? Now you tell me.
But in modern times, keeping a place like this in balance is increasingly difficult. People know Venice is special and fragile, so they come in droves. To accommodate the demand, officials welcome massive cruise ships in recent years, and there are plans to dredge a new channel specifically for the megaliners. But the Damastos are among those locals who say the lagoon can't take any more development. And if you risk the lagoon, you risk Venice.
It's the same situation on the Louisiana coastline, where they have the marshes that are so important to insulate them from the extreme effects of flooding.
Exactly. They're like a hurricane sponge. They soften
They're like
the blow.
and also they're important for the ecosystem. They're like the lungs of the lagoon or the kidney of the lagoon.
Francesco lets me pilot us home, but I'm distracted by a multi-billion-dollar question. How does a city surviving on tourism tell some of those tourists to stay away?